All right, we'll give this thing a shot. Devin's not here. Nobody to distract me. All that heavy breathing and snot whistles over there. Joking. Am I? All right. I got it recording everywhere. So we're going to give this a shot. We'll see what it sounds like. We'll see what this thing does. All right. This is going to be tough. All right. This camera. All right. What's up, What's up, Jared? It's Guys here. What's up, guys? It's Jared here. Do I want to go with the what's up?
Yeah, look, every day that they see me, they like, what's up, dude? I tell them not much, but we know it's not true. Got a to-do list that every day I gotta run through. I don't want to small talk about it, let the work talk for me, go. I don't tell nobody about my secrets. Keep it to myself, cause nowadays they wanna leak it. I don't even share it with my family as a reason. Not cause I don't trust them, I would rather let them see it for themselves. I got insecurities, I don't wear them on my sleeve, so you know I gotta keep them on the shelf. Like awards I don't have yet. And every second that I wasted talking about it is a second I can have back. Look, I don't wanna tell them everything I'm gonna do. I would rather show them everything that I achieved. I don't wanna tell them that I got it with no proof. I would rather show them the receipts. I find it funny how they say you gotta talk less and do more.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special edition of Real Capital Podcast. I'm your host, Jared Halsey. Today I want to talk about something that's extra special to me personally, and that's real estate investing. Most importantly, financial freedom. So, title of this video is going to be how to go from $0 in real estate to financial freedom. We're going to do that with a simple strategy done over 10 years. So this strategy I'm using now, I'm going to slow it down for people. We're going to assume that you're not going to be a full-time real estate investor, that you're not going to be an absolute balls-to-the-wall professional, okay? You can take this, you can go as quickly as you want. But the problem I've found with most videos out there is they give you these very lofty goals, and that's a good thing, obviously. I mean, if you aim for nothing, then you're probably going to hit it. So you need to have big goals. And I've heard Gary Vee and a couple other people say, you know, one of the biggest regrets that they have is not setting higher goals. I've heard Grant Cardone say that. So set some amazing goals for yourself, okay? But I want to give you something that you can grab a hold of, that you can realistically see yourself doing now, this year, this week, this month, almost, depending on where you are in life. So with that said, let's jump right into it. Okay, so starting, you have no money. Great. There are plenty of videos on how to buy real estate with little to no money. Brandon Turner specifically has a book, How to Buy Real Estate with Little to No Money. Good book. Brandon Turner, great dude. Kind of the inspiration for this video. He has a video, I think the title is How to Go from $0 to $1 million in Real Estate in 10 Years. Super great. I got this from him. The problem with that is $1 million is a lot of money to a lot of people. And so he's in Seattle and he buys in all kinds of different markets. So I'm in South Alabama. So I'm in a very rural part of the country where median household income might be $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 combined household income. So I wanted to do a video from that outlook. If you're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, we can do this, okay? We can do this. And look, there's going to be 1,000 things you need to do. Obviously, you need to find a bank. What banks do you use? What banks are better than other banks? You know, the types of loans, terms, the different kinds of loans. Jesus, I mean, we could go into 1,000 things, but I'm specifically going to give you a roadmap on how to get started and what that looks like 10 years later, coming at it as not a real estate professional. By the end of it, you will probably be a real estate professional. That being said, we're going to dive right into it. Year one. All right, so easiest thing for you to do, I think, would be to use your tax money, your tax return check, to go out with a down payment. You're probably not going to be great at buying real estate, putting deals together in the beginning. So I would suggest first of all, let's not to get Dave Ramsey on you. Do not go out and buy a bunch of real estate if you're drowning in credit card debt, if you can even get the loan. Don't do that. Okay, it's one thing to say I can put the down payment for an asset on a credit card, and Dave Ramsey would cringe at that. It's another thing to say I'm drowning in credit card debt and I can't hardly make any payments, but I'm going to jump out in real estate. Don't do that. Not to be Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules of Life. Get your house together, okay? Get your house together. Get your finances in some kind of shape, okay? Pretty please. For me, thank you. That being said, one of the easiest things is you could do a garage sale, you could do a yard sale, a couple $1,000s. If you're lucky, you could get a house. Let's just assume you get a decent income check, $4,000 to $6,000 down. You can go buy a house. So in this area, you can find a house for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Okay. There are applications. I specifically use Chandler David Smith's rental calculator app. It's free on the App Store and Google Play. You can also get it on your computer. It's an Excel spreadsheet form. You put the price of the property in, what you're going to rent it for, and it's got all these different criterias, which is another video, but capital expenditures and maintenance percentage, vacancy percentages, different things like that. And that depends on your area, it depends on the age of the house, it depends on all kinds of different things. That's a whole nother video. We're going to stay focused on this video. So find you a house that cash flows. I like my rental properties to cash flow at $200. So that's $200 after your yearly taxes broken down into monthly. If it's $1,200 a year in taxes, $100 a month. It's mostly not around here. Typically, a single family house is going to be $40, $50 a month in property taxes you're going to pay, depending on the area and how nice the house is, obviously. So after taxes, mortgage, and insurance on the property, broken down monthly, I like to put $200 in my pocket. You know, some people are going to say that's not enough. Some people are going to say, wow, that's a lot. We are buying C and B properties, okay? You got A, B, and C, and F properties, okay? We're buying C, B properties, okay? You're not experienced enough to go buy top of the line and cash flow $100 or $75, which some people like to do. There's less maintenance in that. If you go buy a brand spanking new house or a newly remodeled house, or you buy a house, remodel it, maybe you're going for a BRRRR strategy, you're not going to cash flow that much, but you're also not going to have maintenance, and there's a whole argument for that. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to stay focused with you, okay? First house, $5,000 down. Great. You did it. Congratulations. You're now making $200 a year. Say that goes well. $200 plus times 12, $2,400 a year in your pocket, $2,000 just to be safe. Great, awesome. That's assuming you're doing your own maintenance for the most part. That's assuming you don't have any massive expenses, you know, a roof, you know, you don't have to replace multiple appliances that year. Great. Now, what I want you to do, you bought one. Great, awesome. You're super excited. But remember, you're not a real estate professional, okay? So now what I want you to do is I want to take the next 2 years. So year one, say it's January, February, March, you bought a house. Don't buy a house next January. Buy a house the next. So year 3, we're going to buy a house. Now, what are we doing in those 2 years? We are reading every dadgum thing we can get our hands on. Every book that you can get your hands on in real estate. We're going to learn how to be a property manager. We're going to learn how to do taxes in real estate. We're going to learn how to do deals in real estate, how to find property, how to purchase property, how to speak to for sale by owners, how to speak to all these different landlords, property owners about selling their properties, different strategies, how to talk to people. I would recommend some books, How to Win Friends and Influence People by, who's that? Dale Carnegie. That's a good one. Just how to talk to people, how to communicate. It's going to help you as a landlord, as a person, as a husband, wife, friend. It's just going to be a good, healthy book, okay, to learn how to communicate with people. On top of real estate, obviously. So spend 2 years learning, growing, educating yourself on real estate. Year freaking 3, we're going to buy another one. We're going to buy another house, okay? And this house is going to be just as great as the last house, CB property, whatever. You're still learning. Reason I say that to start, I know Grant Cardone says, in I think one of his books that I've read, don't buy it if it's less than 16 doors. That's great. That's great. If you have the money that's great. But if you make a mistake on a $250,000, $500,000 property, probably more than that, 16 units. Shoot, in my area is probably going for, $1 million, or more, something like that, depending on how much it cash flows, age, and how nice the property is. But if you make a mistake at that and you screw it up, man, you're going bankrupt. So I like to say start small and then learn. Obviously, if you got it and you like year 2 or the end of that first year, you've got the money and you see a deal comes up and you've got the opportunity, freaking jump out there and do it. Totally good with that. Totally fine. We're assuming you're not a real estate professional, nor are you wanting to be a real estate professional. You just want some control over your future. You want to be financially free. You want to have all these things. Great. All right, so year 3. Bought you another one of them things, all right? Another $200 a month. Look at that. $4,800 a year in your pocket. Cha-ching. You're rich. You're filthy stinking rich. $4,800 a year? Oh my gosh. Janice, we can go on a vacation. No, you're not going to spend that. We are delaying our gratification. That's a whole thing there. Delay gratification. So you want to gratify yourself by going out here and buying some fancy car, suit, whatever. Look, we can pay for it with this. Bull crap. You're not going to touch that money. You're going to open up a business account. You're going to go to like Novo Bank or some online account or something like that. You're going to freaking put your money in there and you're not going to touch it. You understand me? You're not going to touch it. That is your nest egg. That is your freedom right there. Freedom. That's your freedom. Freedom. Not to get too Braveheart on you. That's your freedom, okay? That's the English are coming. And you're going to take them out with that because that's your freedom. You're going to win your country back. You're going to win your life back. You just got to be patient, though, okay? And trust me, you get started on this thing. It's going to go a lot faster than what I'm going to do. All right, so year 1, you buy something. Year 2, you read a lot. You watch a lot. You learn a lot. Year 3, bought another one. Now you're $4,800 a year. Year 4, guess what? You take that $4,800. Maybe you've learned some. Maybe you put some more back. You go buy you another one. Great. Now you have 3 houses. Now you're doing $600 a month in your pocket, so to speak. Everybody's going to talk about, oh, that's not pure cash flow, all this. Great. You make a video. We'll talk about pure cash flow another day. We're talking about just cash flow, just your cash flow, all right? We're not professionals here. We're being safe. We're taking our time. We've learned a bunch at this point. So I hope that third one you got a deal on because you've learned a lot. If you've done your job and read your books, you should have read at least 10 books a year. Most real estate books I've got, they're so small, and they say pretty much the same thing. A lot of them. I'll recommend a few books here. One day we'll do a book review on them, so you don't waste your time. Most of them, a lot of them don't say much of anything. They just want to sell you crap. So now, year 4 starts. Purchase another house. Now you got $600 in your pocket. $7,200 a year. We're rolling. We are flushed with cash, so to speak. That's a reference. Comment if you know that. It's a great show. Anyways, boom, $7,200 in your pocket. Maybe you're putting some back. Year 5. Now we're learning. We didn't stop learning. I hope I didn't forget to say that. We didn't stop learning year 1 and 2. We didn't stop reading books. We're still reading books when we get a chance. It's nothing to read 10 pages a day, man. You'll read these books in no time. Most of them are like 200 pages or less, all right? So year 5, we're buying another one. $800 in your doggone pocket. Are you joking me? You never had this much money. Holy cow, you barely make that in a week. You're making it a month off of stuff you don't even really touch, okay? Get you a rental software. I like to use Inago. It's free. You put all your properties information, your tenants information in there. You can set it up for automatic everything, automatic late payments, automatic billing, all this good stuff. They can even contact you through Inago instead of calling you and bothering you on your cell phone if they have any issues, a leaky faucet, anything like that. Boom. So now year 5, $800 in your pocket. You've got year 5. You got 4 units, $800, $9,600 in your pocket. Okay, $9,600. What could you do with 96? 10 grand a year, bro. 10 grand a year. Did I mention that every bit of the profit from this you can write off on taxes, assuming you've got a mortgage on these properties? You've got depreciation. You've got standard deduction on your vehicles. You've got your down payments you're putting on these things, your mortgage, your interest you're paying, all this good stuff. You're not paying anything in taxes, bro. You're putting that 10 grand in your pocket. I hope you read a book on taxes, real estate taxes specifically, before now, because you're starting to have a little bit of change to jingle in that pocket of yours. So let's move on to year 6. Let's find us a multi-family, bro. Let's get into the game of real estate. Let's buy multi, okay? We're either going to buy 2 single-family houses or we're going to buy a duplex, okay? So at this point in time, that's going to go for, what is that? 6. We're at 6 freaking rental properties. Year 6, 6 rental properties, adding another $400, $1,200 a month coming in to your bank account. Now, surely by now we've spent some money to fix some kind of washer, dryer if your units have that. Obviously, a stove has probably went out. This is year 6. Okay, it is what it is. Those things happen. You're prepared for it. You know how to buy things now. Okay, you can walk into a multi-million-dollar deal and say, I don't have to put anything down because I know how to do that. I know how to structure the deal. I know how to talk and wine and dine and all this. There are win-win situations for that crap too, by the way. I can't stay focused. I'm excited. I love this stuff. I'm trying to get you all this information. There's so much other than just this, okay? But we're going to focus on this. All right. Year 7. I think we can find 3 this year. You think so? Year 7? Year 7, we've been doing this 7 years. I think we can, but 7 years into marriage, you probably got 2 or 3 kids. You're like, I can handle another one. I got this. We figured it out the first couple. They didn't die. They're still here. We're good to go. Year 7. So we'll add 3. Add another $600 a month. May not seem like a whole lot, but whoa. Year 4, you were only bringing in $600 a month. Now we're in year 7. Now your cash flow is $21,600 a year, and you're bussing, son. You walk into a restaurant and you're like, I'll take the filet mignon with extra bread, bro. Give me that cinnamon butter. Whew. Cinnamon butter, son. Anyways, you got money at this point. You're feeling pretty good. We're not even talking about how much you're paying down on your mortgage. How much are your houses appreciating at this point? What is it looking like? I mean, did you buy the house for 30 grand and now it's worth 45, but you only owe 27 on it? You got that equity. You could pull it out. You could refinance. You could sell it. You could sit on it until it gets paid off completely. And then we'll talk about that too. What does that look like? What does this portfolio look like in year 7 at $21,600 a year? What does it look like with paid off properties? It looks freaking amazing is what it looks like. So anyways, go big or go home, baby. Year 8. Let's buy 6. Shall we? Can we do that? Are you with me on that? Let's buy 6. How about this? Let's get 6 more this year. Year 8. You've been doing it a while. You've been good to yourself. Okay? You've delayed that gratification. Now you're still living. Maybe you've gotten bonuses. Maybe, you've gotten married if you weren't already. Maybe you've had some kids, whatever. This is just happening on the side, okay? Don't let this be your main. This is happening on the side, okay? Keep that in mind. All this is delayed gratification. This is all on the side. We're year 8, man. We just got a couple more years to go. Chill out. Hang tight with me, okay? Freaking kick the can down the road. Year 8. Go big or go home, baby. Let's buy 6 units. Adding another $1,200 to the cash flow, totaling $3,000 a month. Now you're bringing in, year 8, $3,000 a month. You're bringing it in, baby. $36,000 a year you are bringing in. Now you're getting close to where I am now. Me personally, on this day, what is it, the 17th of February, 2024, I've got other investments, but as far as my real estate, I have 16 units paying me, and I'm bringing in anywhere from $36,000 to $42,000 a year, and that's going to depend on if I have to, I got to put a roof on one of my units. So now you're getting close to me. I'm in year 5, so I did this. I'm in year 5, so imagine where I'm going to be in year 8. But I'm a real estate professional, baby. Mr. Real. Oh, you can't see that. Piss. Yeah, I'm cheesy. I got real tattooed on my arm. Let's go. Comment, what are your cheesy freaking tattoos? Any freaking who. How about this? Year 8, now we're $36,000 a year. Now, you're a baller. You've been a baller for a minute. You've been a boss for a minute, so to speak. But let's get out there in year 9. Let's stretch our imagination just a little bit. Let's buy 8 units. Okay? Buy a couple quads. I don't care if you're doing single-family houses. I would prefer you try and find multi-unit at this point in time, but you might find a good deal on a couple single families. You might can find a portfolio, somebody retiring, somebody moving, getting a divorce, whatever. They don't want the properties anymore. So you might find a portfolio of 8 single-family houses where like, I want them all gone. Get you a deal on them. Great. Who cares? Buy the whole portfolio. Same deal. 8 units. Add another $1,600 a month. Totaling $4,600 monthly income and $55,200 a year. That ought to put a smile on your face. Now, you may live in New York, you may live in California, you may live in one of those places that's really super expensive to live, and this is just like petty cash. That's great. That's great, Chief. Okay, there's videos for you, bruh. I'm talking to your average day man, woman, or child out there who's making an honest living at the McDonald's or the Starbucks or the Dollar General. I don't know how many, they're everywhere. Over here, down south, they're everywhere. The generals are. You can do this. I promise you can do this. Okay? Now, you may have obstacles in your way. You may have credit card debt. You may have other kinds of debts and things that keep you from starting it right now, but you can freaking do this. Okay? Get some discipline about you. Now the fun part. Year 10. Year freaking 10. Let's do it up big. Let's go get a 12 unit, maybe a 14, 15 unit. Maybe you get a 20 unit, but let's at least go for a 12 unit, okay? Let's see what that does to our numbers, okay? Last year, year 9, we were making $55,200 a year. Year 10, let's purchase 12. Add another $2,400 a year. Now, that's pretty crazy. $2,400 a month. That's pretty crazy. That's you're making that in 1 month what you were making back when you first started. You're making it in 1 month now, just from the added 12 units. So that's going to bring you up to $7,000 a freaking month. That goes back to year 4. You were making $7,200 in a year. Okay. So let's purchase a 12-unit apartment, adding $2,400 to the cash flow, totaling $7,000 monthly and $84,000 a year in your pocket. And with that, peace of mind, financial freedom. Now, we'll break down what this looks like here in a minute, what this would look like if your properties were paid off. A lot of times with my rental properties, some of the cheaper ones, I'm getting 15-year loans to 20-year loans. I haven't went after any 30-year loans or anything like that. I found a local bank here. It's a small one unit? No? Piss. So it's a small one-location bank here in South Alabama, and they do what's called portfolio lending. So they keep things on the books. And so basically what that does for me is I'm able to go and get 100 loans with them. They just have a cap. So they have, let's say it's $5 million. So $5 million indebtedness per person is all you can get per person. Okay? So I'm at like almost $500,000 with them right now, which I know to a lot of people might sound scary, and I've got 9 loans with them. Finally, let's recap where we are. We're at year 10. Most of your loans are going to be 15 to 20 years. So you're getting close on paying a couple of them off, okay? You could take some of this money, pay those off. If you want to go the Dave Ramsey route, it depends where you're at. Like, what freedom is freedom to you? What is freedom? Do you want paid off properties or just money in the bank or like both? Or and then can you delay your gratification that long to get this? So let's recap. Your year 10, you've got 35 units. They're cash flowing $7,000 a month, $84,000 a year. And again, with real estate, you're going to keep every dime of that. Typically, you can keep every dime of that or very close in taxes. and without paying taxes. You can put that money in your pocket. So now you've got $84,000 a year. If you wanted to wait a couple of more years, you could pay most of those homes off. And then now you've got your cash flow would go from $7,000 to whatever your mortgages are. So if your average mortgage payment is $350 to $450 a month, and you paid, 5 of those off, then you just added another $2,000 plus in your pocket every single month, which is another $24,000 a year. I mean, so food for thought. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, comment. If you have any questions, anything I missed, anything you want to go over. Obviously, I'm a real estate professional, and I know everything there is about real estate. But if you think I could have done a better job, freaking, you do it then. Piss. Come over here, sit in my seat, and freaking do it. No, I'm good. I can handle criticism. I'm teachable. All right, so like I said, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you enjoyed and got some kind of something out of it. Like, share, subscribe.
I would rather show them everything that I achieved. I don't want to tell them that I got it with no proof. I would rather show them the receipts. I find it funny how they say you gotta talk less and do more.